Hey everyone, and welcome to Darkson Gaming. My name is Chris, and I'm here with...
Yo, this is Swipe. What's going on, my beautiful crew?
Alright, so, Swipe and I are together, we're going to have a conversation, and lo and behold, I think we're going to be talking about the state of global Dokkan battle, which, well, it's obviously a pretty large topic right now.
I am only going to speak on this topic once. I am not making 50 videos on it. Nothing. So, this is the only time you will be hearing about it from me. I don't know about Darkson, but that goes for me.
Depending upon whatever pops up, I mean, I may talk about it in other videos and mention it. I did make the video actually earlier today, the one that had went up on March 11th, and that video kind of just talked about some different things, which I'll probably recap on some of that here. But no, I mean, I guess Swipe, go ahead and I guess start off on what your opinion is. Obviously, this is what's going on. Is we have Dokkan Battle that is. Essentially, half the game doesn't work. All of the end game content is closed, and all we have are the very basic things. So it's all due to the fact that the items cannot be used, otherwise it crashes the game, and that's where we're at. So Swipe, why don't you start off?
First of all, let me say this. No reason has been given to us as to why this has happened. Now, we're not per se entitled to that, but until they stop leaving us in the dark 100% like they are, I am going to be volatile and malicious and say this is unacceptable and it's a load of crap. Now, my opinion can be changed if I am integrated into this whole process. Like, it irks me that we're all just sitting here and we absolutely know nothing about it. Like I said, we're not entitled, but kind of good ethics to kind of, let people know a little bit of what's going on. Like, hey, I don't know, like it doesn't have to be like too super technical. Like, actually, this code line here, integration didn't actually take well. So when you trigger a support item due to the conflict of having multiple languages on the game, it causes a crash. Some kind of crap like that. But you got to let us know because they are losing people by the second.
Oh yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And pretty much what happens on this is what we got for the in-game news on this just simply says that an issue was found with the app may crash upon the support item in any stage. So that right there tells you that it's everywhere. The main affected areas is going to be your quest, your story growth challenge in the event tab, and then portal and memories, which again is half the game. So at this time, it just says that further details and measures to be taken regarding this issue, and the one described in the previous announcement, as far as things being closed, which is just them first telling us something was going on, will be updated in additional announcements, and that's it. They are doing their best to try to fix this problem. So I'm not going to sit there and try to act like I know anything about code. I am not, the data miners, they are pros at what they do, and a lot of other people create programs. I don't. In any way, shape, or form. I'm lucky I could figure out, Discord and Twitter and YouTube. But, it's concerning. I am an old man. But it is. It's concerning. I mean, just on the standpoint of just be honest with us. One, two, and I have not been able to find this. So this is my own personal thought process, recollection that I can remember. I could have sworn they've had a problem within the last 12 months of trying to do a global update. There was a problem, and they said we're backing the update off. Why haven't they done that? Why wouldn't they just turn around and say, hey, look, we're going to open everything up to the way that it was on the previous version, and until we can figure out what's going on with this. What makes me think...
I don't recollect...
No,
I
what?
do not recollect them back... I do not recollect them backing up an update ever. I do remember what you're talking about, where one of our updates didn't take, but it was so minor that we didn't notice it, basically.
Yeah, I remember there was... for some reason, I feel like that there was something, but it was just really weird. Like, why couldn't they turn around and tell us something more? Like, obviously, because they're being so quiet on it, makes me believe that whatever updates are in here directly affects Saiyan Day. Because why would they not just back it off? But then you turn around and let's say they come out with endgame content, Super Battle Road, Extreme Super Battle Road, Infinite Dragon Ball History for Saiyan Day, which I don't see why they wouldn't. Every major celebration gets at least an Infinite Dragon Ball History event. We can't play that. I mean, that is detrimental to the game.
Well, the media blackout tells me that the problem is far more serious than we realize.
Yeah, it very well could be. Now, I have heard some people sit there and say that, oh no, this is the end of Dokkan. Dokkan is crashing and this is it. No. No. I do not believe that one bit. You cannot convince me otherwise until that crashes down. They literally just came up with the greatest update on JP for same name units being allowed to be played on a team that literally was going to give them multiple content for years to come, which then they could easily sit there and turn around and eventually say, well, then they can link and then they can do other things. This game, from just that one boost, easily got another couple years added to it. This game, from some of our other video swipe that we've done, it makes money. They're not going to walk away from it.
I'm not going to dignify most of that in saying the end, but I will say this. The longer that this is in place, the more people are going to leave. And if, because you can only tolerate so much stuff. Like I've been watching people, I'm very active in Discord and stuff like that, so I watch people, how they react and stuff like that. Some of them are, like acting like they're addicts and they're freaking out. They're only going to feel like that for so long until they finally just give up.
Yeah.
And that's going to happen a lot. If so, let's say that this problem lasts for like 2 weeks. That is going to be a tremendous amount of damage to the player base and the support for the game.
And Swipe, I'll actually go one step further and say that if it lasts till March 15th, or even March 18th when Saiyan Day is supposed to launch, that is when it's going to be detrimental. You're talking about less than 7 days.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm watching for, and that's what I'm keeping my eye on. I don't think it would completely kill a game, obviously, but like I said, every day that we sit here, like I said, every day we sit here is more damage and loss of revenue.
Yeah. Now, okay.
Now that could be changed if they would just tell us something.
Well, and see, this is where I wanted to kind of really talk about I guess I want to be careful because obviously the situation isn't positive, but I guess try to look at some silver linings within this. At the end of the day, what's going on right now is kind of like Dokkan Year 1 or Dokkan Year 2. There was a time where literally the only thing we could do in this game was Dokkan events or quest modes. That's kind of where we're at, and story events. So those are the things that we have right now. I tell people, in the previous video that I had, what you can do during this downtime, and do the story events, do Dokkan events that you haven't been able to beat. I have people all the time. I preach so much about the importance of Team Bardock, the Ginyu Force, and now Metal Cooler Core. Do those events. Like, now's the perfect opportunity, because the event doesn't come back often, is to do the Fight 10 Billion Power Warriors. For two reasons. One, it gives you a very good team to run on Dokkan events, and something a little bit different because it can take on any event. But at the same time, you're talking about 6 units that can be ran that all have the same team and all have the same link set, which helps in.
Well, you really got a hard on for that cooler team.
Oh, I do. I want to actually get them to link level 10. I actually think I don't think they're as good as Team Bardock, but these guys get TURs and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these guys have some great potential, and that's something that, hey, you could go ahead and do. You can farm up those guys. You can go after medals that we don't have yet for LRs that you don't have, or Dokkan Fest units. I'm amazed at the amount of people that don't try to get the medals for Dokkan Fest units until they actually get the unit.
Okay.
And then,
I could see that.
Even then, go to your quest mode. I mean, I have people that talk about, well, they're only, level 100 or level 200. Going to the rank XP at being 2 times right now, hey, that can help us out. Now, talking about things that they can do to really help out. I think Dokkan, if this is going to last past this weekend, I think one thing that I don't want to say it would be a saving grace for Dokkan, but it would definitely be a huge step in the right area, is for them to come out and say, okay, everybody, the game is going to be down. The game is going to be down for quite a bit, and it may even affect Saiyan Day. What we are going to do in the time frame, give everybody 4 times XP. Give everyone every single event open that can be run. All your Dokkan events open at one time. All of your story events open at one time. And give people as much content as they possibly can give them. And just say, okay, guys, here you go. Because that would make a huge difference.
I can't begin to tell you how much damage it will cause me, personally, morale-wise, if they mess up Saiyan Day. For the first time, I think I'm not going to feel inclined to summon.
Well, and that's also because of the 416 update. I mean, the fact that, that's a serious conversation you got to have with yourself. Is, hey, are you going to summon on anything? Because knowing that download's going to come in, that you can Baba units to be able to get coins, but you can only do it once the update's live. That's a huge. I was thinking about wanting to not summon any which way. That's just another reason to not summon.
I personally don't care. I'm going to summon regardless. I'm just saying the timing of everything being jacked up like that is just really going to kill it for me.
Yeah.
The coin exchange is great, but I'm not going to base my summons on that. I'm still going to summon regardless. But I know what you're saying, that that's not the norm. I get that. So that's fine.
Yeah. No, and it's interesting. And then you have, there's, everything's down. It's interesting. People that are still using different programs to be able to showcase units. They can't do that right now. A lot of programs are just simply down because they wait for the updates and then they go in and do their update maintenance, but they can't fix the update maintenance if the actual game doesn't work. So I don't know. Like, at what point do you just say, oh my goodness? I really am trying to tell people to think of the positive. If you like playing this game, either one, now's the time to kind of, hey, look, I don't have to do everything all at once, or hey, go do some other content that you typically wouldn't do because you really want to go through and get some of those upper things. You want to farm, you want to get links, all those things. Perfect time to be able to do it, but it hurts.
I personally have been working on the SRs that awaken into URs. That's how I've been passing the time.
Okay, yeah, that is a good thing to do. And
anything that you have at your disposal right now that you could possibly benefit from to farm, you can. The Bojack story event is still available, so you can awaken the Zangya, the Goku, the STR Bojack. You could do that. I haven't really gone through and seen what events are available that allow drop SSRs or anything like that, but you could just go find a random card that hasn't had its SA worked on. There's stuff you can do to pass the time.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. You've got, again, the metal coolers. You've got the SSR Tech cooler that is in the Rivals level. You have all the medals. There's tons of medals that the Bojack story event, it helps build. You've got the LR Bojack, you've got LR Gohan, and then the two different full power Bojacks. You've got Zenga, you've got Gokua. I mean, that's a lot. I'm trying to even think right now. I know that there's more. There's Lord Slug. If you haven't been, if you've been debating about going on and get Lord Slug's area events, his story events there, so you can get the Piccolo in on that. And the Piccolo, I'm pretty sure that's in. I mean, you're talking. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. It's a Goku. It's a Goku with Piccolo on it for both of them. But then you've got, the Gohan. You've got the Lord Slug that you're able to pull from that. The one thing that's very odd to me, yet still, is that SSR Bio Broly event. That I don't know why that one was added on. I think there's going to be definitely something to do with Broly for Saiyan Day because of that event. But it's going to be interesting to try to see what's going to end up happening. But otherwise, I mean, it can be definitely difficult, that's for sure. But otherwise, I mean, that's I don't know. We've been kind of going on here for almost 17 minutes. Swipe. I mean, I guess what are your final thoughts?
Well, my final thought would be my dumbass has had the mic on mute, and I've been talking this whole time.
Not the whole time.
You're welcome.
Just like 2 or 3 minutes, or not even that. I think I was kind of covering it up.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I've been sitting here yammering my ass off about what you could do Dokkan event wise right now, and nobody's listening.
No, we did hear you on Dokkan event. We can hear you on what Dokkan events to do.
I'm such an idiot. My final thought. This is unacceptable. I'm pissed off. They better tell me something soon, or I give up.
Well, see, and not only that, they got to remember, yes, Dokkan YouTubers are going to be involved in this for a bit. They're going to hang out, but even if you think about it, I've already started to see other Dokkan YouTubers starting to put other Dragon Ball stuff up on their pages. That's kind of free marketing for them. I mean, let's be honest. If this does take a month before it gets resolved, April 23rd is the next YouTube or the next World Tournament. Which I got to tell you, I really do believe that was just either a placeholder or the next time they can fit in a World Tournament. I do not think it's going to last 6 weeks. I just don't.
Nope. They're learning. They're learning is what they're doing. It's better to overpromise. I mean, excuse me. It is better to estimate farther beyond than what it actually takes. Like, I can't remember, somebody said it earlier. Tell people it will take 10 hours and get it done in 5, and then everybody's happy.
Under promise, over deliver, or
that's it.
For the Star Trek fans out there, the Scotty effect. Always give them double the amount of time it takes, so you're a miracle worker. So, I mean, that's
you always look good.
And that's what's important. At the end of the day, I believe in Dokkan. Okay, if it could take 6 months before this game gets fixed, and I'm going to jump right back in. I like Dokkan that much. I've got stuff I can go ahead and do in between that time period, but a lot of people aren't like that. I mean, I heard some other YouTubers that were sitting there talking about how they had started a whole bunch of gacha games and they narrowed in on Dokkan. Well, they very easily could switch it out. I mean, it can be difficult. So, well, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, that's I think we've kind of hit up on all the major things. I believe in Dokkan. I think that they're going to be able to get this fixed. Oh, compensation, real quick. The compensation aspect of it, what do you think they're going to end up giving for compensation? You're cutting out again. think... Did I lose him at the end? Okay. Well, I think we're having some technical difficulties. We'll see if Swipe can jump back in. But for me... Are you back?
Oh.
Okay, you're back. Okay, sorry. Compensation, go.
Yeah. Mind you, this number will go up the longer they take. As of right now, I stand at 30 stones. I'm thinking is about what we're going to get. But, like I said, the longer this drags on, the higher that's going to go up.
Yes. And they typically... I mean, they'll typically give us, 3 stones for scheduled maintenance being down. If it goes over that, they usually then add anywhere between 3 to 5 stones, depending on what it was. They literally just did a 20-hour maintenance, and it was either 7 or 8 stones. I think that for every day that this is down, the game is still playable, even though you can't play everything. The game is still playable. I am thinking it's probably going to be 3 to 5 stones per day it's down.
Okay.
And that's just based off of what they've given us in the past. I mean, the game is playable. It's just not completely playable. I am going to say 3 to 5 stones, maybe with the minimum being 30 to 50.
I'm gonna go with 10 per 3 days. That it's down.
Okay. I mean, I've heard some crazy numbers. We're not getting 600. But...
That's stupidity.
Yeah, and
I know
the 600...
I know where that came from, too.
Yeah, it's because of the banner. And that's because people literally spent 600 stones trying to get a specific unit that was not on the banner. They 100% did what was right in that situation. And this time, the game's just not fully playable. They're not going to...
It's a big difference.
Yeah.
It's a big difference when they're messing with your money versus messing with their own money.
Right.
They're in a hell of a lot more hot water when they're messing with folks' money. So, compensation's not going to be as good. Sorry, guys.
Yep. All right, fabulous. Well, that's it, guys. That's today's video. We'll go ahead and wind it down. But otherwise, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap this thing up. So, thank you guys very much for listening. And we'll talk to you guys later.
Later.